The foundation for the Golden Temple was laid by Sufi saint Mian Mir. It was the dream of the third Sikh Guru Amar Das to build this temple. The fifth Sikh Guru Arjan Dev initiated the construction work of the Golden Temple in Amritsar, Punjab. Now it is one of the main tourist destinations of India. Before the construction of the Golden Temple, the first Sikh Guru, Guru Nanak, had meditated there. It has four main entrances which open in four directions. Any person, irrespective of his religious beliefs, can enter in the temple from any of these four gates. About 35% tourists who visit the Golden Temple follow other religious faiths. In the 19th century, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, the King of Punjab, saved Punjab from external aggression and restored this temple and also covered the upper portion of the temple with gold. Golden Temple is built in the midst of Amrit Sarovar, which is considered to be the holiest lake of nectar of immortality. The most sacred book of Sikh religion, Guru Granth Sahib, was established first in the Golden Temple only. The sanctum sanctorum of this temple was the home of Guru Granth Sahib. It has the biggest kitchen of this world, where 1 lakh people are fed without any charges. It is known as langar and accepted as sacred food. On 15th August 1947 midnight, India and Pakistan legally became two independent nations. Change of power and authority rituals of Pakistan were performed in Karachi on 14th August so that the last Viceroy Mountbatten could participate in ceremonies held both in Karachi and Delhi as well. Independence Day is celebrated on 14th August in Pakistan and on 15th August in India. The story of independence of India is a saga of pain and grief. There were some people who didn't want division of India at all, while some approved of the division. There were others who didn't want the division on the basis of religion. There were others who wanted the division on the basis of Hindu and Muslim religion. They said that Hindus should stay in India and Muslims should be sent to Pakistan so that in future there should be no quarrels and bickerings and peace could be maintained. Many million people were affected by the partition. Amidst the riots during the partition, more than 1 million people were killed. Thousands of people were abducted. Many women became victims of rape. Thousands of children became orphans and millions of people became homeless. Around 14.5 million refugees had to leave their homes and properties and seek shelter in states where their religious community was in majority. Many scholars are of the opinion that the British government did not handle the process of partition aptly and with care. They declared independence first and later declared the partition. It came as an abrupt new responsibility on the newly formed governments to maintain law and order and peace in their respective states. None of them had any insight that so many people would move from one side to the other. People had faith and confidence in their rulers that the minority community will be well protected. But the rulers of both the states were utterly ill equipped to handle crime and violence instigated by the mobs. Riots were the consequence. Many lost their lives. Many had to run away, leaving behind their homes and belongings. It is firmly believed that the bloodbath, innumerable loss of life, and insurmountable unrest was the result of hasty transfer of power and authority by the British government. The lack of insight and inexperience of the new rulers on both sides were also largely responsible for the greatest tragedy in the history of the mankind ever. Samjhauta Express is a bi-weekly train which travels between India and Pakistan on a railway track between Atari and Lahore, which already existed before the partition. This train service between Amritsar and Lahore commenced on 22nd July 1976 after the Shimla Agreement. Since 1994, it has travelled only between Atari and Lahore. Then it travelled only 3 kilometers between Atari and Bagha. The railway track already existed between Atari and Lahore, so starting Samjhauta Express wasn't difficult at all. This train has always been made to suffer as and when tension escalates between India and Pakistan. Whenever tension rises between the two nations, this train service is stalled. When a terrorist attack took place in Pulwama, Kashmir, an Indian administered state, this train service was halted. When India did repeal Article 370 from its constitution, which had given special status to the state of Jammu and Kashmir and reorganized that state, Pakistan took up some very stern measures. On 8th August 2019, the Railway Minister of Pakistan declared that Pakistan has decided to stop running Samjhauta Express for all time to come. Bagha is a village situated on the Grand Trunk Road between Amritsar, India and Lahore, Pakistan, from where the border between these two nations passes. This is the only land from where one can cross borders between the two nations. This place is situated 32 kilometers away from Amritsar and 22 kilometers away from Lahore. Border from the Pakistan side is called Bagha and from the Indian side it is called Atari. Atari is named after the army chief Shyam Singh Atari of the army of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. On the midnight of 15th August 1947, a part of India was separated due to partition from the mainland and was named as Pakistan. A mark was ingrained on the Grand Trunk Road. Pakistan placed a bamboo pole and India posted a flag to demarcate the border. A small gate was placed and on a long pillar the flag of both the nations were placed. Inquiry was conducted on people who came from either side of the border. A small police station was established there in 1958, which still exists. In 1965, when the Border Security Force was set up, the responsibility of managing this border was assigned to it, and a beating retreat ceremony was initiated there. In the 1990 decade, the gate was made bigger, and in 1998, when terrorism spread in Punjab, fencing was done across the border. In 2001, an audience gallery was constructed from where thousands of people watched the ceremony of the beating retreat. This gallery was further enlarged in 2015. The objective of this ceremony is to formally shut the border during the night by lowering the flags of both the nations. This ritual is performed 2 hours before the sunset. The flag lowering ceremony is organized by Pakistan Rangers and Indian Border Security Forces every day since 1959. However, when border disputes escalate between India and Pakistan, then this ceremony is stalled for a few days. The main objective of the Baga ceremony is to maintain a harmonious environment and a spirit of peaceful coexistence between the two nations. Besides this, it is also the endeavor of these organizations to make people understand the value of efforts made and difficulties faced by our army jawans in safeguarding our country. Thousands of tourists come to watch this ceremony. The army parade is displayed with fanfare before the sunset. Patriotic songs are played and patriotic slogans are raised with charged enthusiasm. People happily dance on the beats of popular Bollywood patriotic songs. Some cultural programs are also organized besides this. The ceremony comes to an end by lowering the flags of both the countries respectfully. An interesting fact is that all throughout the day, the Indian and Pakistani army personnel may look at each other angrily, but they shake hands while performing the flag lowering ceremony. This ceremony is performed like a daily ritual, but when there is a war-like situation, then it is stopped temporarily. Foundation of peace. Love is the foundation of peace. When there is love in the hearts, there is tranquility, not blood and killing. Let there be millions of guards on the borders. Soul will meet the soul anyway. There are more verses than bullets. Don't spend yourself in ruining oneself or ruining others. Come, let's write stories of life, word by word, verse by verse. Forget bitterness. Let's open all doors once again for love.
One